Good morning from Amherst. This is Keith from Walthers, and we're going to give you a little walk around our tables here for Walthers. So first item we'd like to look at is our steel mill. This is our blast furnace. This was announced last year at the NMRA show. It's a big kit, but it's very popular, especially out here east. And it'll be available later this year, be shipping. And it's very detailed. It's a great kit for those that model the steel industry. And then right next to it is the rolling mill, which is another portion of the steel complex. So again, it'll be available later this year as part of our steel plant. And we move into some of our HO structures. We have our HO commuter station, which is for those that model maybe Metra or some of the lines out here for your commuters. And we have the platforms that go with it to make it bigger. Then we transition into our houses. We have our split level house in HO and our classic American bungalow with a garage. Now the next product we're looking at here is our vintage motel. This was just literally announced pretty much here at this show. It's been very popular. It's a very good looking model. You can buy it as a set or individually. You have the actual rooms where you stay, a separate restaurant, and then a separate office. And it's a very neat set. So looking forward to that in HO coming later this year. And then to the N-scale structures where Walthers has really announced quite a bit. We have our steel underpass. That's a new item that'll be coming out in N-scale. Right behind it is our modern warehouse. And then next to the modern warehouse is our UPS distribution center. And then another new N-scale item just announced is the modern commuter station in N-scale. Very similar to the HO one. And so that's a nice addition for the commuter rail modelers in N-scale. Behind it's our Merchants Row 3. Merchants Row kits are always very popular. And also the N-scale houses, again the American bungalow and the two-story frame house. And down in front to go along with the bridges is our N-scale retaining walls. So as we move over here, we move into some of our HO rolling stock. We have all of our new HO and mainline 40-foot boxcars. We have our early reefers, and we have wood outside braced boxcars. We also have rebuilt steel boxcars and our 40-foot AAR boxcars. So those will be coming out at various times throughout the year. And another mainline announcement is our center flow hoppers. We are highlighting those. They just came out, so it's we're kind of highlighting those. They're going to be a very popular seller. Yes, very good. A lot of grain moves around. And we have some more of our 40-foot modern boxcars, AAR boxcars. And then we transition into some of our 50-foot boxcars. We have the popular rail box and all the road names, and they'll be coming soon. Probably one of the most popular items at the show is our G85 flat cars. These have been they've been waiting for, and they came in at Walthers, and they pretty much went right out the door again. Very popular car, and there'll be more coming soon. To go along with our steel set, we have the gondolas. To go along with the steel mill and the rolling mills, where you can ship your steel coils in the gondolas. And then behind it is our mechanical reefer cars. So these are all mainline. Around the corner, we kind of transition into some of our proto, which is our top of the line proto cars. We have our very popular tank cars. These are the most modern you can get. They have the shields on the end for protection in case of a derailment. And these are the 30,000 gallon tank cars that you would see on an ethanol train or a crude oil train moving around the states. We have some previews of our Milwaukee Road Hiawatha train here. Some of the cars are here, early samples. And then our 70-foot heavyweight RPOs. And two very popular cars from our Heritage Fleet, Union Pacific. These cars were featured in the George Bush funeral train last year. And in fact, the baggage car has the presidential seal. So this would be the one similar that carried his body through Texas. And our Proto GP9, our Proto SD9s in nickel plate and EJ&E. And then we go into our mainline locomotives. We just announced a run of the SD60Ms with with the double windshield. Those will be shipping in February, March of 2020, and several road names. We also have our GP9s, high hood and low hood, in mainline. These are the Phase 2. These are the high hoods. And we've had a lot of interest in especially the New Haven and the Boston, Maine being out here, being in the east. Transition into the heavy horsepower, the SD70 Aces, always very popular. They're running all over the place. One of the other runs, these are our SD50s, KCS, Chessie CSX, and the low hood Jeep 9s that we just announced in the various road numbers and names. And they'll be arriving probably February or March of 2020. So we have our final table here where we get into our scene master, all of our details and vehicles and things, and the other big, so we have barriers, guardrails, Jersey barriers, little parking spot stoppers for your parking lots. And we have some trackside details, control boxes, battery boxes. And then we are coming back out with Crown Victoria and a police version, the Ford Expedition. We have food trailers for when you get hungry. And also our line of UPS items is expanding. And then some of the containers for those G85 flat cars, the 20-foot containers. And then more of our Scene Master vehicles, including tree trimmers, utility vehicles, and probably one of the biggest items, and I'm just going to move this over here, is a sample of our new Walthers Code 83 track. That's a number 6 turnout, and it's one of the first samples we've had. We had a lot of people ask about it, and they are coming. They've done a few. The geometry will be the same as the Shinohara Walthers Code 83 track, but we did fine-tune the tooling. We added a couple things for powering the frogs, and so they should be available. I think they're on the water right now. They should be available shortly, and the beginning of the line of the Code 83. So that's pretty much our display for Walthers here at Amherst. Thank you.